annual pass. Now, ironically, this was later scrapped and turned into the Fortnite crew. The two skates planned for it already released, but it seems like Epic completely forgot about Brilliant Bomber, as it seems to be locked away forever. And sitting right alongside her in the vault is another weapon, the Zap Gun. It shoots explosive blasts and reloads pretty quickly, as well as doing 120 damage to players. Just like the Zapatron, Epic must have decided it was a little too OP for Battle Royale and scrapped the weapon. But for a cancel item that wasn't even overpowered, we have the Fire Extinguisher, which planned to put out fires or be damaged to explode into a cloud of smoke. At one point, the item could even be found in-game, but was unusable, and it's been an entire year since the last update to it. But something that'll seem familiar is the unreleased Airstrike Laser. It uses a crazy gun we have never seen before. It charges up a laser before sending down explosives from above. Today it looks like it makes the railgun, the airstrike, and the anvil launcher, so it doesn't really seem like we're going to get this old one anytime soon. But that's not the only old item that's been scrapped. The first ever version of the dual pistols were much faster and used small bullets instead of medium ones. But with the insane fire rate of these, it's pretty obvious why this version was reworked. But something we all thought would make it into Chapter 3 was weapon charms. Could you imagine attachable keychains that hang off your weapons? Well, Epic occasionally updates these five, but after nearly 4 years of them existing, not one of them has been finished. And sure, weapon charms would be cool, but you probably wouldn't notice them if your gun did this. Yeah, the bump grenade was a prototype weapon that Epic was working on back in Chapter 1. While this thing looks insanely fun to use, I think we can all agree that it might have been a little too overpowered. And something else we all agree on is the addition of the Golden Umbrella. Since the start of Fortnite, we've had the basic Victoria Umbrella, but Epic also planned to add bronze, silver, gold, and platinum versions too. With people asking where they are for years after their first appearance in the tournament, it seems like Epic changed their plans with the idea. And for another item that barely anybody knows about, we have the Big Poppy. We've got balloons in Fortnite, but these really take it to the next level. Throw them down and begin to inflate, destroying everything in their path. It seems like the concept is very similar to the loot box, and after that disaster, it's unlikely we'll ever see this arrive. And something else that feels like it's never arrived is the Among Us collab. When Fortnite Imposters released last year, those things a lot to notice similarities. After a while, Fortnite credited Among Us for the inspiration, and the two Twitter accounts hinted at working together for a collab in the future. But after so long and many updates to both games, it looks like we may never see whatever they have planned. And if you're not playing Imposters, you'll know that C4 was involved in this season, but there was an early version of it which looked so weird. You throw them down an infinite amount, and they would all detonate at the same time. That really seems like a reasonable change. I mean, can you imagine this in Chapter 3? Also making an explosive entrance was Samus, who was revealed she had an official collab in the works. Nintendo has a reputation for keeping its brands to itself, and after some negotiating, it turns out Epic Games couldn't get them to change their minds. Apparently, the collab was all planned out, but since Nintendo wanted Samus to be exclusively available on the Switch, Epic disagreed, and the collab was canceled. That's not the only thing we weren't able to get a taste of. There were also Durr Burgers and shakes planned to be new consumables. Just like other forest items, they were going to spawn around the map, but this time inside buildings like Durr Burger. With all the consumables we have today, these would be a perfect addition. And you want to keep as many heals as you can, because the secret rocket launcher is ridiculously broken. It fires a homing rocket that locks onto the nearest player and then heads straight for them. Like out of all the explosive weapons we've seen over the years, this has got to be the most busted. And speaking of broken items, Epic was also working on a way to summon supply drops. All you had to do was throw it down, and the supply drop would spawn wherever you wanted. In Chapter 2, Season 7, NPCs offered a mass supply drop for loads of gold, so maybe this is what it eventually turned into. But when we're talking about items changing over time, did you know the Slurp Juice was originally going to be called Purple Stuff? And that's not even the craziest part. The Chug Jug was also originally going to be an orange shield potion called Essential Oils. It took the same time to drink, it still gave 100 shield and health, but it looked a lot different. And it wasn't just potions, Epic were also working on different consumables. The Energy Crystal actually slowed the player down, but the makeup reload and harvesting are increased by double speed. After years without any updates, though, I think it's default this one scrapped. But if you're not one to take it slow, showed a new car, which looks like an early idea for the Quick Flash. Also, in the Season 3 trailer, a buggy could be seen, but after nearly 2 years, neither has been seen. Many fans also noticed a tow truck in the Season 6 trailer, and it was recently used again in Chapter 3 Season 2. Who knows? Maybe they're saving them for the future. Now, we're all familiar with the Impulse Grenade, but Epic was also working on a version that did the exact opposite. The Vacuum Grenade pulls nearby players towards it. It could be a really fun way to mess with enemies. But overall, it didn't seem very useful, so the item was scrapped. A lot of the community also think that wildlife in Fortnite is pretty useless. I mean, they drop meat, but other than that, there's no real point to them. Well, it turns out Epic was planning on having saddles so that you could actually ride them. That's right, it's would have even worked out rapidly. Never saw that. Sadly, hasn't been updated since. And animals aren't right, because this item gives you a chance to respawn on your own battle bus. Yeah, the golden ticket was a way to revive your entire team and spawn back in the sky. It seems as if this idea was reworked, changed, and re-advanced the other day. But it is so cool to see how these ideas evolve over time. I would say the absolute best for last, because in Season 4 we saw the arrival of the famous Marvel villain Blackness. A lot of players are waiting to see it looks like Epic never planned for it to release. And the same can be said for Xander's set, which has been in the files for over a year. He does occasionally get updated though, so maybe we'll get him some point in the future. Kyle scale was also added as an NPC in Season 5. With Benny making their way to Battle Royale, we're expecting to see him too. Just like everything else, even after a long video would not have been possible without your help. Also, download Blue Boy today. Let's have this scrapped update with you guys. Tommy, keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.
One of the biggest things in Fortnite.
Whoa, sir. Thanks, man. What? What do you think? Whoa, sir. It is a nice shirt. Makes you want to walk like this.
Want to play soccer?
Nice shot!
You know what? Maybe volleyball's my game. Alright, perfect. Come on, you're on my team.
I thought volleyball was just sport.
Making every moment fun. That's our way to play. Nintendo Switch.
Fortnite Season 2 has introduced some of the most loved updates of all time, but it's also left a big hole in our hearts since the web slingers got vaulted. They were one of the most fun mythics we have ever had. While we all thought they'd never come back, it turns out that might not be entirely true. In the most recent patch, the files for the web slingers were updated with new camera movement changes, which practically confirms they'll be returning in the future, maybe for a Spider-Verse collab. And something else is believed is the return of Klombo. Around the map, everyone knows he can spot the new Klombo now. But what you might not have heard is that once this iconic dino comes back, he will be entirely different. Before he was vaulted, we all loved the fact that you could shoot Klombo as much as you wanted and he wouldn't feel a thing. He was literally invincible. Well, it looks like Epic wasn't happy with that because when they return later this season, Klombos will be killable. Now, at first you can't think of any reason you want to shoot him, but Fortnite is changing everything. Soon, Klombos will drop a special version of meat and different kinds of loot, like ammo, mats, even weapons, and I'm kind of terrified about this update. But if you're a fan of Ryu and Chun-Li, you'll be happy to hear that 2 new Street Fighter skins have been revealed and are releasing this week. This is Sakurai skin that a ton of Street Fighter fans have been asking for, and she'll be joined by Blanca, who has a really fancy edit style. If you want to earn the outfits for free, there's a cup happening today and tomorrow, which is probably to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Street Fighter. And speaking of anniversaries, we are getting closer to May the 4th, also known as Star Wars Day. We're all hoping to see some kind of celebration, but thanks to leaks, we might have our first into what you expect. In the files, a new Imperial Stormtrooper NPC has been added, and the description says they were recruited by the IO, which is kind of weird, right? That's not even the craziest thing that the Imagine Order is up to. Thanks to leaked audio from John Jones, we know that this season will involve a brand new Doomsday device. It is likely the IO secret weapon in the war over the island. As we get closer to Season 3, we might just know when Doomsday will actually happen. We've had a lot of hints on the island lately, from ghost flags around the map, the houses hiding in a blip, and Sky camping out in Command Cavern. Because of this build-up, a lot of players think this new Doomsday device will have a big part to play in the Season 2 live event, which is just under a month away. If you're looking for more emotes to use in live events, soon we'll be able to buy the snacking emote from the item shop, and this will really come in handy when you wonder what else Epic is working on. If you're a fan of really unique creative games, you'll be excited to hear that Fortnite is going to release a board game device. This will allow creative builders to easily make their own board games in Fortnite, and that sounds super awesome. But if you've been thinking of Battle Royale, you're probably voting for the Rift to Go or the Boogie Bomb right now. Although if this vote leaves you scratching your head, there's an even more insane one right around the corner. The next running station vote will make us choose between the shield bubble and the balloons. Both of these items are going to be game-changing if they get added. And if you're worried about any delays, Fortnite is perfectly on schedule, it turns out. The next big update is on Tuesday, and it is sure to give us leaks about the upcoming live event. So as we wait for Season 3 on June 3rd, Epic Games are already testing it, confirming that it will not be delayed. Alongside Season 3, we'll be getting the new Zero War comic. And the best part about this is that it'll come with free Marvel skins. Thanks to a leak, we already know what to expect. The comics will reward us with a Spider-Man base skin, an Iron Man wrap, and a Wolverine pickaxe. If you collect all 5 comics, you'll get an exclusive skin. Now, everyone is wondering what the Spider-Man outfit could be. While some people think it could be Miles Morales, I thought it could be a zero version of Spider-Man. Well, we're waiting for Season 3, Fortnite is going to treat us to some wild weeks. We don't have a lot of details, but we know that we'll get a chocolate week, as well as a bargain week, which will probably have discounts like we see around the map. And then finally, we'll have a purple week, which is likely going to force us to only use epic rarity weapons. While we're talking about powerful guns, Epic Games is working on an unreleased pistol that will do an insane amount of damage to bullets. Although it only shoots 1 bullet every 2 seconds, and it reloads super slow, so it kind of sounds like an upgraded version of the hand cannon, if you ask me. It's not the only thing Fortnite players should be scared of, because leakers have found a new skin in the files that you probably don't want to fight against. This is Omega Knight, and he is almost ready to release. We're expecting him to drop by the end of the season, and a lot of people are excited for this one. But a leak that has everyone surprised is a new vehicle coming to Fortnite next season. It is called the Quad Bike. You might be thinking that we already have quad crashers, so what's different? Well, these could be faster and might just be an upgraded version of them. But a partnership that sent waves through the community was when Epic Games announced a collaboration with LEGO. They are making a special experience that allows people of all ages to experience the metaverse. I'm not really sure what that means, but we could get a Fortnite LEGO collab. It's not confirmed, but it's not more possible than ever. It's similar to Epic's recent partnership with the developers of The Witcher, meaning Geralt is coming to Fortnite too. But for new features that'll freshen the game up, Epic is working on an unreleased app named Postparty. It'll let us capture clips seamlessly on Fortnite or Rocket League and then share it straight to our friends, making it super convenient. And speaking of clips, if you missed those at the same genre moments from Chapter 2, then it looks like there's plenty more right around the corner. Yeah, helicopters are returning to the game in just a few weeks. They will have some much-needed changes. Once we overtake some more POIs with the imagined order of the 7, we'll begin to open new funding stations. We'll be able to fund these and spawn in 7 choppas. Once they appear on the map, you'll notice that they have a completely new design. But it won't be as big of a change as the brand new reboot feature that Epic is working on. We're all used to how reboot bans work right now, but Fortnite is planning on overhauling the system entirely. We're going to get a new deployable reboot item, which will let us revive our teammates from anywhere on the map. No ban needed. And if you somehow can't pick up your friend's reboot card in time, we'll actually be able to revive our teammates using gold instead. Sounds like a good change. But I don't think we'll have trouble getting to reboot bans this season, because ballers are also returning. There's a new version of them in the files known as a hamster ball prototype, and they will have 400 health. We'll also be joined by airstrikes, yet another controversial item from Chapter 1, and these completely split the community when they're in the game. Now that they're coming back, Epic Games are doing things differently. These new airstrikes will do way more damage to builds, but less damage to players, and will also have a lot less rockets. If you prefer taking out your enemies with more stealth, then the hunting rifle is for you. This has been updated in Season 2, it could be released as early as next season. With all of these items coming back, you might be wondering if there's anything brand new coming. We've got you covered. There is tons of new leaks, starting with the upcoming tomato consumable. Yeah, soon we'll be able to eat tomatoes, so they'll give us a nice little heal boost. But a ridiculous leak has been circulating in social media for a few days now. Recently, rumors claim that Kanye West is planning a collaboration for his Donna 2 album. The only evidence behind this is an image that reads partnership with Epic and Donda billboards inside Fortnite. This blew up a few days ago, but the original person who tweeted it has since deleted their post and swept it under the rug. So I'm leaning more towards this one probably being fake, although seeing Kanye in Fortnite will be so cool. And he's not the only musician to be linked with Fortnite. After Donald Buster made multiple tweets about Billie Eilish, people went crazy thinking that this is a teaser for something more. And then some leakers came out and claimed they had inside information. Apparently, Billie Eilish is the frontrunner to be the next Fortnite headliner. I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. But for something that is 100% happening, we have one of the most telling leaks of the entire season. The upcoming territories revealed that we are going to push back dispatches over all the way to Command Cavern or Blue Lake. Now, it's a little suspicious that they're going to keep control of Blue Lake, because it's confirmed that the zero point is located here. Much of the looking at the location of the Season 2 live event. Moving to Season 3, though, we are getting our first look at some upcoming Battle Pass skins. Thanks to a leak from Epic Games themselves, we can reveal that Chapter 3, Season 3 will give us Darth Vader. His arrival on the new Obi-Wan Kenobi show lines up perfectly with the start dates for Season 3, making his chances of being in the Battle Pass huge. He'll also be joined by Indiana Jones, which was leaked on the same computer, but there's one folder that had everyone freaking out, and that is Family Guy. No, not kidding. Peter Griffin and Fortnite might become a reality in Season 3, and I cannot wait. But Fortnite isn't just preparing Darth Vader. In just a few days, we'll also get lightsabers back to celebrate May the 4th. The Star Wars cosmetics will also return to the item shop, and we could see Obi-Wan Kenobi in the last few weeks of the season. And that's every leak. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming. 15 Fortnite collabs everyone wants. If I told you that you'd be able to roll up the Tilted Towers in a Tesla Model 3, you'd probably be super confused. But in Fortnite, things like this are normal. And it wouldn't be the craziest thing to expect a Tesla and Fortnite collaboration in the future. We could even take it further and add the new Cybertruck. This definitely fits the aesthetic of Fortnite's vehicles way more. Not only do we have a crossover with Ferrari, but this could go way beyond just a car. And get at the man himself, Elon Musk. Running around as Elon of Fortnite will be the most ridiculous thing ever. I mean, please add this one, I think. Sonic is in Minecraft, Mario, and Lego, but still, for some reason, we haven't seen anything from him in Fortnite. With the new Sonic 2 movie, we were hoping that someone would make an appearance, but there's nothing. Of course, Sonic himself will be amazing in Fortnite, without a doubt, but as you can see, it actually kind of works. We'd also love to see Knuckles in the game, and along with Tails, it could be an insanely cool Fortnite set. When it comes to Dr. Robotnik, that's where things get interesting. We would love to see Jim Carrey's version of Robotnik in the game, but if we do want to pay homage to the original, then what better way to add the Eggmobile? Anything's possible in Fortnite, so why not? And while Sonic is a huge franchise, there's an even larger one out there that would absolutely break the internet. Pokemon is the biggest franchise on the entire planet. It makes more money than Star Wars and Marvel combined. So why isn't it in Fortnite yet? Everyone wants to see Pokemon around the island. There will be nothing as cool as a huge Charizard walking around the map. Epic knows how popular Farmville is, so imagine if next season we had a Charizard. And of course, it wouldn't be a massive collab if they didn't add a Pokemon DPOI. It would be amazing to battle each other in the same jungle and walk around town to learn Pokemon. There's so many possibilities, which is why players are desperately wanting to see a Toy Story collab. As we know, the new Lightyear movie is about to release, and there will be no better time to drop a Toy Story crossover. But not all collabs have to just be cosmetic. We would kill to see a Buzz Lightyear wings mythic. It could work like a wingsuit or a jetpack, either way, it would be awesome.